Hey, how we doing? We're back up to the Stewert Lake, up here at the Shaker Mountain Wilderness. We are going to Stewert Lake, maybe Indian, see how I feel. My pack's a little heavy. If I knew I was going to pack it this heavy, I would have put it on a frame. So, see how I feel hiking. I don't see myself making it all the way to Indian, because there's some pretty rugged terrain here heading up. I didn't bring my skis or snowshoes, because you can see the ground's pretty solid. Oh wow, check this out. This is a couple weeks ago when I was down here with my skis. I went across this little bridge. Put a tree down. But the trail's not too bad. I'm not going to film a bunch of walking up here because honestly, if you want to see the trail up here, if you want to see the trail going up here, you can go watch the video of me skiing this. It's the same trail. It's still covered with snow. Just the snow's nice and packy, I can walk on it. So we'll see you up at the top. This guy's pretty neat looking. Look at that. Kind of neat. I like that. Yeah, somebody snapped it. And it just kind of kept doing its thing. See? Right there, folks. That's adapt and overcome. Cool. Let's get back hiking again. Walk through the snow a little bit. Walk trail. And we're back on trail. There's that cave. I would say there's definitely something that's been calling that home for the winter. But looking at it now, I'd say it's too small to be a bear's den. Maybe. Oh well. Onward and upward. Well, I made it up to the lake. See it right through the trees there. And I tell you what, I'm glad I brought my extra jacket with me, because I had a feeling that once you get up on this frozen lake, it's gonna be cold, like a lot colder than it is out on the trail. Because basically, if you think about it, I used to live on a lake, like right on a lake. My wife and I's first house, and it was always really cold right at our house this time of year. It could be 60 degrees a half-mile away from our house. It'd be 45 at our house. And you got to think about it. You're next to a lake. The lake's frozen, right? So basically, if the lake's frozen, you're sitting next to a giant block of ice. So that keeps you cold. Well, up here, it'll keep you cold till about May. So, but yeah, we're up here. Excuse me. The, God damn you. Hey, there we are. Yeah, the pack is heavy. I should have put this on a frame. I wanted to hurry up and leave this morning. I had everything packed. But, I definitely should have put it all on a frame. Because my shoulders are killing me. So I think I'm going to set up camp here. Not right here, but on this lake. Rather than go back to Indian Lake. But I'm going to hike. I'm going to go out onto the lake. And then head to the eastern end of the lake. There's a nice little peninsula there I think would be decent to camp on. So I'll see you on the lake. I just fell through the snow, and I thought to myself, well, geez, that's not very reassuring. But let's get out here and actually take a look at the ice. Falling through the snow. I want to get over there someplace. So we can get over there. Yeah, look at that. There we go. Should just say screw it and walk on the ice. Because a good rule of thumb with ice, as long as it's light colored, you can walk on it, and that's definitely light colored. When it gets dark, that's when it's getting thin, you better stay off of it. Yeah, we'll see, maybe I'll walk across it. Because ideally, I'd like to get over there. There's only one really easy way to get there. One, I could traverse the shore, or I could just walk straight across. There's a couple of dark spots out there that I'm not really grooving on. And actually, the peninsula's way over there. So I don't know, we'll see. Watch out where the huskies go. Don't you eat that yellow snow. Oh, Frank Zappa. Yeah, that back, right in that area over there. That's where all the snow drifts. Because I fall through the snow and be up over my knees. There's a nice crust. Snow's nowhere near as deep here. And the ice looks pretty good, actually. It's a little slushy where I'm breaking through the snow. Let's see. Okay, sure. Okay. Whoop. Alright, now this here, this doesn't look like a bad spot, right? Nice view of the lake. You're up away from the lake. I was thinking about running a ridge line between this tree over to that tree. And then pitch my lean-to down that way. I could have a fire right here where there's already a pile of logs. But only two issues I see with that. I'm going to get cold at night because I'm going to actually want my lean-to pitched away from the lake, or pitch it so the opening's away from the lake, so blocking some of that ice cold air, because there's a really light breeze coming off the lake. That, and you don't want to, if you're out here having fires, you don't want to burn on this stuff here. This is basically like peat moss. You'll start a forest fire. Like, do not burn on that. That's bad news. It'll burn underground, and it'll go right up the trees, and before you know it, you'll have half the forest on fire, and it's going to be a bad day for everybody involved. All the firefighters who have to come up here to put it out. I'd probably be one of them. This is close enough to my house where I would probably end up having to be up here fighting a fire. Definitely not cool. So whenever possible, you can kick away this duff layer and get on actual dirt, then yeah, that's cool. That, or my plan is, because I can't kick away any duff, a rock, a huge rock way up there. I don't know if y'all can see it, right? Right there. And it's flat enough up there. I think I went up there and looked. Yeah, I had a bunch of water on my lens. I kind of fell through. Fell in the drink a little bit, so I do got to get a fire going, so I can. You guys want to be that close to it now? Okay, yeah, I got to get a fire going so I can dry myself off too. So this is as good a spot as any, I guess, to camp. This is actually a nice spot to chill though, right here. I might come out here and eat, but the actual camp is gonna have to be further up on that rock because I don't want to. I mean, there's still snow on the ground. So odds are you're not going to break through you're not going to melt through all the frost and start a forest fire this time of year. But it's good practice to just don't do it. Unless you're literally on top of snow starting your fire. Like a good amount of snow. And there isn't that much snow out here. I mean, out there on the lake and some of the drifts, there's, 1.5 to 2 feet. But 3 weeks ago, there was 6 feet of snow there. So, out here in the woods, there's like anywhere from nothing to 2 to 8 inches, maybe. And I'm going to have a fire going all night, so I'm going to end up melting right through that. And it could melt into the ground. So I just want to avoid that whole situation. It's good practice. Don't burn on the duff layer. You'll end up starting a forest fire. So, with that being said, now that we got that out of the way, I need to make camp. All right. Where are we at? All right. Cool. All right. Well, we got the tarp up. We're gonna. I'm starving, and I'm starting to get cold from especially falling in the water earlier. So I think it's about time to start a fire. I can get myself dried out. I'm starving. Maybe I'll make myself something to eat here quick too. For dinner tonight, actually, I brought a rabbit. We used to raise rabbits at my house, and it got to the point where I had so many rabbits. Hold on. Alright. I can only concentrate on one thing at a time. Alright, cool. Alright, so yeah, we used to raise rabbits at my house. And it got to the point where we just had, I had 2 does and 1 buck. And the 2 does were putting out, the one would put out 7 religiously, and the other one would put out 9 religiously. So that's 16 rabbits every 6 weeks. Like, I'm only going to eat rabbit like once a week, if that. It's pretty good in front, cooking in the cast iron skillet. It's pretty good, but it's really good over a campfire. So I still have a couple in my freezer, so I figured now's a good time to take one up with me. And I think that was most of the weight in my pack was probably like food, like stuff like that. Water, I brought like 2 brewskis in a flask. Yeah, so my pack should be lighter, I'm hoping, on my way out. So, anyways, I am getting cold, and I'm getting hungry. So let's get a fire going, then I'll show you guys around the tarp. It's just a basic tarp setup. It's nothing special, but for any of you guys who don't know how to do it or whatever, I can explain what I did and how I did it. I did it a little differently because the ground's frozen, and the snow's not deep enough to make a snow anchor with a stick. So it was kind of, I don't know, like a modified snow anchor. Like, I'll show you guys. Right now, I got to get a fire going. This birch is, despite being busted off of a bigger tree, it was still green. So I'm going to use this as my base, and I don't need any of the birch bark. I got plenty of stuff to start a fire. So I went to go get myself some kindling. I brought fatwood with me and birch bark. Let's see what else. Yeah, I'll get some kindling and some fuel, and that'll get us warmed up here, right? There, you'll get a little more. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, just had to reach up and grab this stuff. Here's this hemlock tree. Alright. Well, this is the char cloth that came with this. I don't really like char cloth, but I know when I make char cloth, it catches one. I'm getting sparks right on this. Oop, there it goes. I can sit there and smolder for a second. One piece of this. This is just jute. I had a whole bag of it at a garage sale for like $1, like a garbage bag. Let me fluff this up. Make a little bit of a bird's nest out of it. Let's see. How fit it up here. Alright, I take your little ember. There we go. There we go. Now we got ourselves a little fire. Alright. Pause the camera for a minute and see about getting myself something to eat. Maybe I'll start making bed. No, you shoot that. I don't know. We'll see. Boom. Mouth shovel. Cool. I want to make something to eat. Because I still haven't got anything to eat. And I'm starving. Like times 10. Alright, bad. My feet up by the fire. Tree against my back. That works. Go for a cup of coffee. Alright, you guys have seen this one before, right? We're going to do... I can get the little bag open. We're going to make some actual campfire coffee. We're going to use green coffee beans. And there are a couple pieces of chaga. Actually, we're not going to roast the chaga. Put that back in the pouch of the chaga. Because we'll just break that up with the rest of the coffee. Alright. And then, boom. Now we just sit here and simmer these. Trying to knock the water around. And they're already starting to turn brown. It doesn't take long, it's been like 3 minutes. But there's enough coffee here when I smash this up in the coffee bag. I'll actually have enough for coffee tomorrow too. Sit for a second. That popping? That's beans. And sometimes you'll get like almost like a burnt coffee smell. The beans might be burning a little bit, but a lot of times you can see there's like see the paper that comes off of them? This stuff like right here. Ooh. right there. I don't know if you see that, it's paper. It's like a little waxy cover over them, or papery cover over the coffee bean. Kind of like what peanuts have, you know, have that papery crap on them. Reminds me of that. I don't know. And in a couple minutes here, I should have some roasted beans, right? Boom. That's pretty good. Alright, these have cooled off quite a bit. Going to throw a few of these right into the coin purse, right? Right into the coffee bag. That should be plenty. And the rest of these I'll put in the coffee bag afterwards, just so they're ready to go for tomorrow when I have coffee. And now, the fun part. Alright, now you're going to take the beans that are in the bag, and there's a couple pieces of chog in here too. Take that, we're going to smash them and get them crushed up, you know, basically grind them. So that way we can put them in our pot. You can use anything to crush these up. I'm using the butt of my knife. Fluff them up a little. You don't crunch it in there. Get my look-see. I gotta crush more. the smell is amazing. If you like the smell of fresh coffee, freshly brewed coffee, or freshly ground coffee. Hold on. Yeah, smells good. Alright. That's not bad. Stick my finger in there. Kind of feel it. Now let's start doing more grinding. It's close though. I think that's as good as we're getting there. Should be good. And then we just pour it on in. Last little bits. There we go. Let that steep in that hot water for a few. Then we can drop the coffee and we can drink coffee. Tell you what, I am dying for a cup of coffee. Wow, you guys missed it. I didn't have the camera on. I was moving my pot with the coffee and the water in it. I was moving it from here down to like over in here, and I don't know what happened. I freaking dumped it. I had to get my fire going again. I mean, I didn't put it completely out. You know, it didn't take much to get it going, but it's like, I wanted this to come to a nice rolling boil. So I was going to put it, you know, close to the coals. And then it freaking fell in there. I'm like, are you kidding me? That did not just happen. I just want a cup of coffee. Are you kidding me? So, anyways. So I'm back up to where we left off. And, that's already starting to boil. Well, I see a couple bubbles. So, well, sit here and wait for it to boil. Tartar sauce. I couldn't believe I did that. Dang it. Alright. Well, anyways, I'll catch you guys when this is done. I just felt like I should tell you guys that. I'm a freaking klutz. And I never really drop stuff over the... like, into the fire. Like, I'm usually pretty good about, like, not doing that. So, what are you gonna do? Not the end of the world. I brought more coffee. So, trust me, I like my coffee. So I usually have plenty. And it's a good thing, though, too, because when I was packing up the beans, I thought about I was like, well, I'll just put this much in because I'm only going to have a cup at night. I'll probably have a cup in the morning before I head out and pack up and stuff. I was like, nah, I better put extra in because you never know. And that's right. You never know. You know, you slip, you dump crap into your fire, and you're starting all over again. So, there's a lesson to be learned there, folks. And there's a rolling boil. Now, when I smashed up my new beans for this cup, what I'm afraid of is that I didn't break them up enough because I was kind of in a hurry. I was frustrated. So I'm hoping I can get them to all drop to the bottom. I know there's still quite a few at the top. Yeah, right. Okay. And there's no real ground. There's like, see the big pieces? If you don't break it up enough, these big pieces like that, they don't sink to the bottom with a coffee drop. And they don't sink that well with adding cold water either. So keep that in mind if you ever try doing it this way. But other than that, it is a darn fine. Other than that, it is a darn fine cup of coffee. Now I set up on this side of the lake because if there's a sunset to be had, I wanted to be able to see it. And this is the east side of the lake, so I think earlier when I was walking in, I said I wanted to go to the west side, but that was incorrect. The east side's where I wanted to be, and that's where I am. I'm not to the spot I wanted to be, but considering I fell in, it was like a creek, but there's snow over it. And when I fell in up to my waist, so I had to like pull myself out. But I was only like up to my knees in water, which still sucks. Not too cold right now, but I've been moving and doing stuff too. So I might prop a couple sticks up by the fire so I can dry my boots. I got wool socks. You know, so I got a spare set of socks. So I should be fine. I'm not that concerned with it. But when I fell in, I was like, oh boy, this could be the quickest camping trip I've ever been on. Or the shortest. Because if I was too wet, I'd have to go home. You know, I'd have to call it. But all things considered, I'm doing all right. Not too bad. This is definitely the best way to have coffee, too. Roast the beans. I mean, you don't have to grind them in a brain-tanned piece of leather. You just roast them yourself over your stove at your house. I've done that, you know, with the kids, because my kids are all teenagers, so they all drink coffee. So every once in a while, I'll grab some beans and roast them over the fire. You know, the cook stove. We got a propane cook stove. So you can roast them right over that. Like that. Same thing. And then you throw them in the coffee grinder. So I'm going to sit here and enjoy my coffee. And I don't know, thinking maybe take a walk down by the lake. I got quite a bit of firewood, but I'd rather get more and not need it than not get more and then run out at, say, 5 o'clock in the morning. You know, like right before I want to get up, be like, oh my God, are you kidding me? All right, let's see. I ate. I had that coffee. Tell you what. Bam! Look at that. I think that might be enough wood for the night. I'm not sure. But I know what I am going to do. I'm going to go down to take a walk down to the lake. I'll show you guys where I fell through, so you know I'm not bullshitting you. Because I want to look for either something really punky that I can sit next to the fire, like 2 pieces, because there's no rocks. I can't. I brought my Drix grill to cook that rabbit on, and I have the frying pan, but I kind of wanted to do them on the grill, so I can find a couple of excuse me, if I can find a couple of ideal pieces of wood, you know, to rest it on and set it in between them. If I can do that, then I'll use the grill. If not, I'll just, I can cut the rabbit up, cut his hindquarters, little back scraps out of it, and right shoulders. That's about all there is for me anyways. And if that's the case, I do have olive oil. So I'll be able to fry them. And I'll just fry the potatoes. And I got butter too. So I mean I can fry the potatoes and carrots right with the rabbit. But yeah, let's take a walk down to the lake. Okay. So this is where it happened. I was walking along the shoreline, which was stupid. I should have just cut right across the ice. The ice is safe. It's definitely thick enough. But instead, I was like, geez, you never know. I'd hate to have something happen, when I'm out here in the middle of freaking nowhere. So I come walking along there, came through, do, almost fell through that little spot right there. In fact, I think I got a boot wet there. And that should have been a good sign to say, turn back. But no, I kept walking. Okay, kept walking, and I was like, so I get down into this spot here. And then, whoop, son of a gun. Climbed out, my butt up, and I climbed up and got my sorry wet butt up there, back into the bush, and said that was a bad move. Because the water there, like I said, the water's knee deep. I sunk down, and so yeah, I had to pull myself out. So that's what happened. But I've been gone a few minutes now to go back up to the fire. I did find a couple pieces of wood that'll work to put set the grill on. Because this time of year, there's no rocks, and what are you gonna do? So, for what it's worth, you get some punky wet piece of wood, or a really green piece of wood that takes forever to burn, and you'll do all right. Even this is such a pain to walk in. See? But there isn't enough of this to really wear my snowshoes. Soap berries. Look at that. You can clean your hands. Here, there's soap berries. You can use them to clean your hands. And you can actually, they're edible. You can make, they're kind of bitter. But if you add sugar to them, and, what was it? Lonnie from Far North Bushcraft. He made ice cream with them. So they call it Indian or Eskimo ice cream or Indian ice cream. Yeah, so after I fell in, I was like, well, if I'm going to stay out here, I better find myself a spot to camp, ASAP as possible. Came across this spot here. This was the first spot I came to. This is actually pretty nice. I just didn't like the amount of duff on the ground here. There's a bunch of duff on the ground up there at my camp right up there. But it's perched on a huge rock. So even if it did start to spread, I wouldn't have to worry about it. It's sitting on top of a freaking big rock. So then we're going to do that rabbit the easy way. Just put them in a frying pan. And she's just about done now. Looking pretty good. I'm gonna make myself a little rabbit tortilla. It's cold out. I'm just trying to warm this thing up. There's still just a little bit of pink in there. So we'll let it go for another minute or two. Yeah, it's getting dark. You guys can even see. We're in the woods here, so. Oop, ba-doop. There we go. It's a little after 7, so it's nice. We're getting longer days. I mean, I don't know if you get out away from the pine trees. You can still see on camera. But all right, well, it's officially nighttime, and got my shoes off, and I am gonna put my wool socks on. I'm drying my boots out right now by the fire. I'm just letting my feet dry out a little. They're all wrinkly and pruny. So yeah, now it's just kind of sit here and chill. I got a couple of beers. What are they? Sam Adams Cold Snap. That's what they are. I'll drink them up and probably just chill out here by the fire. Keep this thing stoked all night. There's an owl hooting in the background. If he comes closer, I'll turn the camera on so you guys can hear him. But other than that, it's been a great day. We got up here, set up camp, we got a bite to eat. Got a little wet, but that's alright. Not the end of the world. The fire adjusted itself. Cool. So, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I should have enough firewood to last me the night, I'm thinking. So it shouldn't be too big of a deal. So I'll probably catch you guys. Well, I'll catch you guys in the morning, unless anything cool or exciting happens here, or I just feel like talking to the camera. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the morning. That wasn't too bad. It was, it got a lot colder than I thought it was going to. The weatherman said 30 degrees. Well, the skies got clear, and it probably dropped down to probably 25. I went through a lot more wood. I had to go out and get wood at like 12:30. There's owls hooting all night. But you can hear that. There's a woodpecker. But anyways, so yeah, I think I'm gonna pack up camp and get out of here. Quite a walk. I'm gonna stay away from the open water, or the water that's not covered safely. Anyways, I don't want to fall through and then have to walk all the way back, because it was actually kind of nice. Since I did fall through, I could, I wasn't walking a mile and a half back to my truck. I was just walking to camp, and I was already just about at camp when it happened, so I could get here and get a fire going, and, you guys seen it all. So that worked. All in all, it wasn't bad, though. I mean, it was a good trip up here. The weather wasn't bad. It was a little colder than I thought. I got chilly. I was waking up like every 2.5 hours to put wood on the fire. Between 2.5 and 3 hours. And then at like 7 o'clock in the morning, it was still frigid out. So I had a couple of blue jays. A couple of dirty old blue jays saying hi. But anyways, so yeah, I put a little wood on the fire at like 7, and I just freaking stayed covered up in a wool blanket. And that actually wasn't too bad. The wool blanket with that deer hide kept me from getting cold, feeling the cold from underneath. The bedding was something to be desired. I definitely should have gotten more boughs and stuff, but I was kind of in a hurry just to get that. Like, I just wanted to get it done, and now I'm paying the price for it because I am all kinds of sore. So with that, I guess I'll catch you guys on the next one. See, I got a couple things planned, a couple more overnighters. One kind of big trip that I want to take. It'll be a couple nights. I got some stuff planned. So that, and I still got a lot more the Bushcraft series. I got a lot more to do with that too. Probably another 20 videos or so that I gotta still shoot. So plus I got stuff that's waiting to be edited because I've gotten kind of slack on that. I don't think I've put out a video in like 2 weeks. So I gotta get on that too. So anyways, till next time, get outside, have fun, enjoy it while you got it. Because guess what, man, I'm getting old, and I'm feeling it when I sleep on a bed of boughs. 20 years ago, that wouldn't even bother me. Now my sciatic is killing me. I don't know if it's from that or if it's from falling through the ice or just carrying a 45-pound pack up here and I'm out of shape. So, but do it while you can, because eventually you won't be able to, and you wish you did. And it doesn't even have to be this. It can be anything. Whatever you've been putting off, whatever you want to do it, man. You only live once. So get it done. Until then, or until next time, catch you guys later.